Hey y'all, welcome to Friday's Kitchen. Welcome back if you have been here before. In today's video, we are making a gingerbread bundt cake. If you're interested in seeing how I made it, stay tuned. Also, while you're here, don't forget to look down below, press that red subscribe button, join our family, and come back for some more recipes. Here we have all of the ingredients for the cake. Up first, we have 2 3/4 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, 1½ teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1½ teaspoons of ground ginger, 1 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Here we have 2 cups of brown sugar, 4 eggs at room temperature, 2 sticks of unsalted butter at room temperature. We'll be using about a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Here we have 1 cup of buttermilk at room temperature and 1/2 cup of molasses. We're going to start by preheating the oven to 350 degrees. We're going to start by putting the 2 sticks of butter in the mixer. The butter is really soft, so I'm just going to turn the mixer on for a second and then proceed to add the 2 cups of brown sugar. Once I've added the sugar to the bowl, I'm going to let the mixer run for a total of 10 minutes. I let it run for about 5, turn the mixer off, scrape down the bottom and sides of the bowl, turn the mixer back on, and let it run for an additional 5 minutes. Now I'm going to add the vanilla extract to the mixture. Once I mix that in, I'm going to stop the mixer one more time to scrape down the sides and bottom of the bowl, and then we'll move on to adding our eggs. So now that we've added the vanilla, we're going to turn the mixer back on and add the eggs one at a time. Once I added the egg, I let it run long enough to break the yolk and start to mix in before adding the next. Scrape down the sides and bottom of the bowl. Then we're going to move on to adding our dry ingredients. Because we're adding milk to this cake, we're going to alternate between dry and wet. We're going to start with our dry ingredients, then add wet, dry, wet. Just the most important thing is to remember to end with dry. So we're going to add about 1/3 of the flour, 1/2 of the milk, another 1/3 of the flour, the rest of the milk, and then the rest of the flour mixture. And then we'll go in and add our molasses at the very end. So now we're about to go in with the molasses, and while molasses isn't dry, it's not as loose and liquidy as milk is, so I'm comfortable putting that in at the very end. So we're going to turn our mixer back on, add our molasses, mix that in well, and then we'll be ready to place the batter inside the cake pan. So let me get our pan together and I'll be right back. We're going to start by spraying our pan with pan baking spray. Did I say pan or Pam? Pan baking spray. All right, so now we're gonna add our cake batter. I'm going to clean up my pan a bit, and then I'm going to place this in the 350-degree oven. I'll let you know how long it takes in my oven when we come back. Here's the cake right out of the oven. We're going to let it sit in the pan for about 10 minutes before we transfer it to a plate. All right, so we have removed the cake from the pan. We're going to let it sit here and cool for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'll be back to finish it up. Here we are making the glaze for the cake. I have 1.5 cups of powdered sugar in the measuring cup. To that, I am adding about a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I'm adding enough heavy cream to get the consistency that I want. I do want it to be on the thicker side. All in all, I ended up using about 3 tablespoons of heavy cream in the glaze. Now that the glaze is the right consistency, I'm just going to sit it to the side until our cake cools. Now that our cake has cooled off a bit, I'm just going to place the glaze on top. I'm just going to drop little dollops on top, and then I'll go through and smooth it out so that we have some of the glaze dripping on the sides and the middle of the cake. Now I'm just going to go in and place ginger snap cookies on top of the cake. I decided I didn't like the way that cookie looked, so I removed it from the cake and replaced it with another one. Here I have some ground cinnamon. I'm just going to go through and sprinkle a little on top of the cake. Because it's the holidays, I wanted my cake to look a little more on the festive side. So here I have some gold glitter flakes, edible glitter flakes, that I'm just going to go through and sprinkle on top of the cake as well. So adding the glitter flakes is the last step in the making of this cake. So once I finish doing that, I'm going to step aside for a second, clean up my mess a bit, and then I will bring you guys in for a closer shot. All right, y'all, we have made it to the end of this video. Here we have our finished product, our gingerbread bundt cake. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions about anything I've done, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. I'll be sure to reply. While you're here, I ask that you take a moment, look down below, press that red subscribe button, join our family, come back for some more recipes. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. We'll be chilling and having a good time.